quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
So that first half was just an absolute failure of my second. Let's see if the second half goes any better.
That'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield.
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Just did it right back. So their wide receivers were all wide open.
It's a big play
So
there
that felt pretty good for us still.
43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Open space inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week one, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
He'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. It's the fullback from a yard out, and the Steelers are going to take the lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Elliott now to have the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this
break
game.
up the perfect pass.
Play there, but it's incomplete. We have
Now
not seen a
starts
whole lot of wide
needing
open
us in
receivers.
that big
Everything
extension.
seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. Shifts past him at the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Good footwork at the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
That is caught at the 7. And brought down.
Brilliant catch by Jerome Dunbar. Yeah, he is starting to get on in his years, starting to become less effective than he was. But these last 2 years, we've seen a bit more of a resurgence from that prime Jerome Dunbar, just in the terms of the quality of his catches. Not talking about the quantity of receptions or TDs or anything, but the quality, those quality receptions have been creeping back up again.
And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Finally.
Partner, we've talked about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll at least get them inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A nice run leaves them just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on 4th and about a foot?
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run through the football
to be kidding
and keep that
me.
running game bottled up.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Time for a break. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. They'll drop the throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gray. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. He'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and abundant. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Now
I will say, Slim Newman has been very effective in shutting down rush.
That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth
So props to
quarter
him.
play.
Hurry up, here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
And they'll run it here. Dances by him. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. They're going to look to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Pittsburgh, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday
So no Player of the Week award, either on offense or defense, even though I think personally both Russ Gentry and Quentin Gibson were contenders. So I'll be interested to see just how good the Week 1 results were. Actually, can't I check here? Can't remember. I also realized I think the Saints stayed in New Orleans. Yep, they just got a whole new stadium. Okay. Yeah, Christensen deserved that Player of the Week. Jeez, Botiford. 8 tackles, 1 interception for a pick 6. Didn't I trade them Botiford, or did they pick him first overall? Or not first overall, but like super high overall. Jeez, what is up with that font? I don't think I drafted him. Alright. Wait, I already did training this week. Dang it, I was gonna switch it to Russ Gentry. Oh well. Watch me forget about it for like 6 weeks. This dude already has a lock on the Hall of Fame? Okay. Interesting.